Hi everyone, my name is Mrs. Vyas and I am going to read you a story today called The Very Best Bed. So make sure you're sat comfortably, sit somewhere nice and quiet so that you can relax and listen to this story. The little grey squirrel was so busy finding nuts and seeds to store away for the winter that he hadn't noticed it was getting cold and dark. He needed to find a cosy bed for the night. There was a nice den nearby under a fallen tree, but it was already very, very full with a big bear. Could he find a nest up in the old pine tree? But then he heard the sound of a barred owl hooting. It sounded like, "Who cooks for you all?" The owl was just waking up. Soon he would start hunting in the moonlight. The squirrel jumped up onto a great pile of rocks. There was a safe little cave there, but when he peeked inside, he saw a red fox, snuggled up with his warm, bushy tail. What if the fox woke up hungry too? It might be safer up in the tall maple tree. So up he climbed. A family of bats was hanging upside down from the branches. The squirrel tried it, but it made his head ache. Ouch! With a big jump, the squirrel leaped to a nearby apple tree. Down below, he saw a trail of nibbled apples. They looked delicious. 2 deer rested there. It would be warm to snuggle between them. But they woke up and started to move away. Deer only sleep for a few hours at a time. He followed a cottontail rabbit, hop, hop, hopping towards a group of thick young spruce trees. It was heading for a small hollow in the grass, lined with leaves. What a perfect place to sleep! Too bad it was only big enough for one rabbit. Oh. Down by the water's edge, the squirrel saw ducks and geese sleeping on rafts of reeds and cattails. The gentle waves rocked them back and forth. But the squirrel didn't want to get his own little feet wet. A ripple of water caught his eye. He watched 2 seals bobbing upright and a harbour porpoise gently rolling on the surface of the water. It looked like they didn't mind sleeping in the water at all. Imagine that! At the pond on his way back to the woods, the squirrel saw a big beaver slap his flat tail on the water and dive down into his lodge in the middle of the pond. But the squirrel certainly did not want to get his fluffy tail wet. A wet tail was just as bad as wet feet. The sky was getting darker, but the squirrel noticed a tiny hole at the base of an oak tree. He peeked inside and saw a chipmunk sleeping on a bed of leaves and grass. There were lots of seeds nearby in case he woke up hungry. It looked very, very cozy, especially with a snack so handy. But there wasn't quite enough room for Squirrel too. So the squirrel began to climb higher up the oak tree. He saw a mama raccoon resting on a branch next to a bigger hole in the tree. But when he looked inside, there was a nest full of raccoon babies. It didn't look like they would be going to sleep anytime soon. The squirrel kept climbing higher and higher and higher. And there, sheltered under a branch, was an empty woodpecker's nest. Quick as a flash, the squirrel scampered down the tree and gathered some grass and moss and leaves. Then he made the very best bed there ever was. He curled up under his fluffy tail and slept and slept and slept all night long. Do you think the squirrel had the best bed of all? I hope you enjoyed the story. Bye.